Yo, you feel that? Dog, that's queer retrograde, baby.
What if I didn't press record?
Dude, I would fire you so fucking hard.
Can you check? Can you just check? Fire me. Fire me?
Yeah.
Wow. Would I get severance?
Huh?
Would I get severance?
Severance?
Yeah.
Well, what would you want in your severance package?
Like, if you fired me today, I'd still want to be in the next 5 episodes.
Oh.
And
You want the clout. You want the clout.
I need to get paid. Who is this guy? You guys, Queer Retrograde is... Oh, she's back.
Reunited and it feels so good.
That's exactly how I would say it.
So good, baby.
Yeah, it's been a whole season without you.
Yes.
You've
it
had
has.
a different haircut now. Different leg hair.
What was my haircut before?
Bro, you had like a really hyper, like, you just had a rapid speed change through like 4 different kinds of haircuts.
Because my hair grows so fast.
Because you had it really long, you had a flow, and then you were like,
Yeah.
let's do... Actually, no, it started with a skin fade. You were
Yeah.
obsessed with a skin fade.
Yeah.
And then it was like, let's get into a flow.
Yeah.
And then you were trying to rock... Or yeah, you were rocking like a version of a mullet.
Yes.
And then it was... I don't know after that. Like bangs?
Bangs?
I don't know. Everyone goes through bangs.
Questionable.
Then I think you went beach blonde. That was
Beach
wild.
blonde?
Yeah, you got a reverse mohawk. I tried to talk you out of it. You weren't gonna listen. And now here you are, fully shaved. Goes to a Vipassana meditation, and is like, you know what?
I shaved my head before I went to the Vipassana meditation.
But it was
retreat,
on your
okay?
calendar, and you're like, I'm gonna show up.
I
as
shaved my
people.
head, I think, like, around the new year. Because in the wintertime, I was so deep in my grief. And I was like, I don't feel hot. I need to just shave it all off. And reunite with myself in my rawest, baldest form.
We love a bald baddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Every person that has commented on my hair since I started shaving it, it's either like, whoa, rocking the Sinead O'Connor, or it's like, whoa, you have some... Remember that guy that came up to us at the club and was like, this bitch has the coolest haircut in the whole place.
Yo, honestly, gay people, if you ever want to feel hyped up, go to a straight bar. They eat you up. They eat you up.
Specifically,
Those not gay boys.
The straight men.
Straight boys.
The straight boys. It can't be a club where, like,
Right.
older men go. It has to be a club where it's, like, Gen Z boys.
Yeah.
They loved it. They loved us.
Eating it up. Like, dubstep was playing. They had $2 drinks all night. There was a photo booth. Their boy is the DJ. All night. We couldn't walk 3 feet without, you guys are the dopest people in here. I hope you fucking know that. I hope you fucking go home and tell your mom that.
Oh my
I
God.
fucking love you. My girlfriend fucking loves you. I was like,
They hyped us the fuck
this is a
up.
lot. I thought one of them
great.
was gonna kiss me. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
At first,
You're trying to take me home.
At first, I was a little standoffish because I was just like, "What are your intentions?" But
so fair.
But then I realized, oh, they just genuinely are trying to give a nice compliment.
They were so supportive.
And they're also a little lit.
Very fucked up.
Yeah.
Which I love that for them because there's a lot to sweat off.
Yeah. So all that to say, I'm Fritz. I use any pronouns.
Yeah.
And
I'm Hobbes, and I use they them pronouns. You know, for the thems.
And together we are the co-hosts of Queer Retrograde, baby.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever told y'all, but we almost named this podcast For the Thems.
We did?
Yes.
What were some of our other original name ideas for the pod?
I don't know. I just remember For the Thems, and
For
like
the
we
Thems.
tried it out for maybe like an episode, and then I think you're like, I don't know about that, and I was like, I hear it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a change.
It was a lot of
I liked it.
We had
I get it.
A lot of ideas that were like explicitly, I think, more gender queer specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that it started on Bachelor News, Bachelor Nation stuff, I think was also a really big component of who are we for? And it was like, for the thems! And it's like, okay, we can show them. But I think Queer Retrograde is such a dynamite name.
It is.
I'm so glad we picked that. Like, I'm glad we're in the dimension where somebody else didn't get it before
Exactly.
Because it feels inevitable.
That's what sealed the deal, too.
Yeah.
Like, some of the names, I think we had looked them up, and there was already an Instagram with the username taken or something like that. But Queer Retrograde, completely wide open. I was like, that's it. That seals the deal. Sweetens the deal, really.
Sweetens it, because it's always sweet. So, yeah, you're Fritz. What's up with that? How did this happen?
Yeah,
What'd you do with my best friend?
I left as LJ. I think I was going. Was I going? Yeah. I'm like, was I going by LJ?
What did I change?
Because I started off as Lynn's with Hobbes and Lynn's.
Yeah.
And then Hobbes and
remember
LJ.
Lynn's. They were so sweet.
And then now Fritz and Hobbes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my name just got progressively shorter.
It did.
To LJ.
I'm shocked you didn't try out L.
L. Yeah, no, I knew an L in high school, so it was never going to fly. But LJ, I don't think I have ever met an LJ before, surprisingly. I've met an ALJ.
ALJ?
Yeah, ALJ.
That's new for Elmo. I've met an LJ before, so it was honestly like splitting my brain to have y'all both in my life.
Yeah, I think I was just, I don't know. I guess I was just leaning into the Taurus energy of a slow transition. Like,
that's real.
Just taking my sweet time with it, trying out different things, being experimental. And, but all the time, pretty much that I was using LJ, I had like a little secret relationship. Not really secret, but a spiritual relationship with my grandfather who has passed whenever I was like 2 years old.
Right.
And we just started talking to each other about me changing my name to Fritz, which was his name. And so I feel like I was kind of like, my ancestors were kind of calling me Fritz for like a year or maybe more before I even told anyone about it. I told you probably first, I think. And you started kind of using it a little bit here and there. I remember I told some people at a dinner party when we were in New York about it, which was just so random because these aren't people I'm like particularly close to or anything, but you know, just taking different random little opportunities
you gotta tell the person making your bagel at least once.
Try it out.
Just let them call it out and you're like, will I remember who I am?
Yeah.
Am I who I am?
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect that.
And I mean, to this day, it still is like getting some taking used to. Like, I think
to hear it? Or you think for others?
To hear it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, well, specifically, I think whenever it's like people who have called me a certain thing my entire life, hearing them call me something new, I think that specifically. If it's like a new person and they're like, hey, Fritz, what's up? I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes total sense to me.
Right.
You know?
That's what I gave you.
And it's like, you know what's so wild is that it's like, I feel like I've hardly heard that part of it, of like a name change where it's like, oh yeah, everyone else has like, you know, you hear about stories of like, oh, they had such a hard time remembering my new name or whatever, but not like, I like, it took me some getting used to like hear certain people call me that name that have like called me a certain name my whole life or something like that. But, yeah, I think I just wanted to find a name that encompassed more of just my personality and also that I chose, you know, like I really wanted a name that I chose as like an empowerment exercise and like an agency thing. And
absolutely.
And I think the past really 5 years, I feel like I've just really stepped more into who I know myself to be, just in the sense of experimentation and in the sense of like, I can think I'm XYZ and I'm totally open to all of that being completely debunked at any moment, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just being really in the acceptance of, like, change. Like, I'm just like the fucking trees outside, you know? Like, seasonality and just constantly rising and falling and dying and being reborn, you know? And I feel like Fritz just kind of, I don't know, it just encompassed that for me. Yeah. Like, I think about Fritz as, like, a sort of, like, chaotic, like, buzzing kind of energy. And then also just when I think about my grandfather.
Cat Moon!
When I think about, why do you say Cat Moon?
It sounded really fun to say.
Okay. Yeah. I think, because I actually think my Cat Moon makes it hard for me to accept that more Fritzy part of myself, because I always want everything to be like
Sag rising
controlled.
I picked the wrong one.
I'm not a Sag rising.
Oh, damn.
Virgo.
I'm thinking of your Venus.
Yeah, Sag Venus. Sag Venus. That's the Cat Moon.
No, for real. You don't know my chart. Damn, hold on. I know it's somewhere, bitch. Damn, I know this is relevant. Fuck, let me find it.
You did.
But
you
honestly,
you did.
I would have been just as offended.
Yeah, because big three. I mean, come on. That's like.
I mean, come on.
If you don't know that,
what do I know?
You said it, not me.
You were thinking it. No, I hear you though.
Anyways,
like, finding the familiarity in something that feels chosen. It does take a minute.
Yeah.
I remember when I changed mine, I felt like I tricked everyone into calling me a pet name. So it made me feel like softer anytime someone would call my name. Unless they're using like a more military tone with it. Some people really think like, oh, I'm using your last name on you. I'm like, honey, we got 2 last names for first names. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The era of Fritz.
So the era of Fritz.
Cheers to that.
We're in that. I'm so grateful that you and Elena and Cairo did a little ceremony for me.
That was
raw. Transition ritual day of just so many things, but just really like taking the time. I feel like I really took the time and space to like mark that moment, mark the shift.
As it should be.
And
it should be leaned into. Mine was a Facebook status. Back when you could just make a status and change your life, which, wow, real manifestation power. But I feel like this ceremony just added a whole different color to the officialness of it and how sacred and intimate and just, I'm always like with deer in headlights eyes towards ceremonialism, just because I feel since going to church, it's all been like the same note of like, I don't know, waiting for like a trapdoor moment of just something. But ceremonialism in this new era of being around people that are doing it from like a very sincere, very just, these are just ways to invite something in, and it can feel random, but it's just random because you've never done it before. But it's still meaningful, and like finding out the weight behind things, like especially with Elena, she's just so she's goddess. That to do it, it's really like truly being in that full power of, you know, we're turning the page with our fingers in real time.
Yeah, just trusting the intuition that like if I feel this urge to do this thing, even if it seems out of left field or I've never done it before or whatever the fuck, like that it is meaningful just because your body and your intuition is telling you that you should do it and that it is. Yeah. Like that does make it meaningful, and all like
things,
we can all kind of tap into our own like inner knowing in that way through just opening up to ceremony.
Yeah, I find if you feel like, I tell myself now, if I feel stupid, like STOO, that means I'm just being vulnerable. And I feel like that's one of those moments where we're taking back words like corny or cringe or embarrassing, and it's really just, no, that's you being so authentic and not being afraid to be seen trying. And that's pretty fucking lit. But what would you say is the biggest difference between Fritz and LJ? Because you've changed.
I've changed.
Sure.
Well, what would you say is the biggest difference?
I want to hear your answer.
I think that LJ definitely still had the inklings of like living for other people in a way, or like trying to like just that tail end of like people pleasing energy. And of course it always can like, you know, find its way back in, but I think Fritz, I definitely feel like it's easier for me to like tame that voice and kind of like, or really just care for it in the sense of being like, okay, what do you actually want or need? And just returning to myself. I think, yeah, just all of like the like little things that end up taking up so much energy and space. So it's funny because this month I just did a card pull and this month is so much about strong internal boundaries for me, but I actually feel like my internal boundaries are the strongest that they have been through this name change partially. I think just like honoring my connection to my spirituality and to like earth and therefore myself. It's like the best mirror to myself. I think just all of it is just one big feedback loop into like helping reinforce each other. And so now that I'm like reflecting on that pull, I'm like, wow, maybe I think that pull was just like encouraging me to just like not lose that, because you and I both, we're both in like very vulnerable places in terms of like what we're doing and how we're doing it, which we'll get into more.
You don't say.
And so I think being in a vulnerable place, obviously vulnerable means like you're open to a lot of incredible like growth and opportunity, and also there's opportunity for pain, you know, like pain to be uncovered and discovered, and that's an opportunity for caring for that, right? But it's also like I think that like pain and grief allows for old patterns to kind of slip out, because that's when the insecurity can really just like thrive and flourish.
Yeah, let's do it this way.
Yeah, that's making me feel like the pull is just like reinforcing. Make sure to not forget, like Capricorn moon. It's so easy for us to climb up the mountain, Capricorns, like, and then to always forget to like look down and see how far we've come and like celebrate ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So I think that is part of what that pull was. Yeah.
That's real. I think my answer for that just kind of mirrors it by way of your seriousness kind of lives somewhere else, and in turn your humor lives somewhere else too. But I think in a more like succinct way, I think grief, like you were talking about, it changes a lot of things, but also I think makes people like 13% funnier. And because you're just not as like, you're tethered to life, but you're like, bro, like it could flop. It could flop at any second. That's petrifying and hilarious all at once, because you know all the different iterations of whether it's YOLO or different ways to like, I think, pull people into that mindset. It's all the same. But yeah, I think choosing your own name does add a different weight to how you're moving through the world, and like that was pretty apparent, as I think I've seen on you and seen on many people who decide to do that, or walk a bit more in that authentic, I picked this shit out.
Yeah.
It's not, do you like it? This is what I'm offering now.
Yeah.
Can you pay the toll?
Did you notice that change in yourself whenever you changed your name too?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's when I started walking with better posture. And it was still just the military element. Well, I was also like working at a job that was like they drilled a lot of like military-esque things in me about bartending with like body language, and I think that contributed a lot to what was kind of fashioned as like Hobbes 1.0. But I kept it. So there's just something different to like what, like I'm offering someone the first, you know, offering to address me, to like catch my attention. What's going to be that first reflection back of having my attention? And like posture is that easy pick of how does this person walk? Because a lot of like movies and stuff, you know, when you're taking on a disguise or something, it's like, how does this person walk? How do they move?
Right.
And that's so much of anyone's aura and energy.
Right. Because it's how you carry yourself in general, but it's also how are you feeling from moment to moment.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild to me that it's called Hot Girl Summer, because I feel like it is so incredibly difficult for me to feel hot in the summer. Like, hot as in, like, super sexy and, like, just open and free and, like, connected to myself, because I'm hot. Yeah. Like, I'm temperature, like, fucking hot. And, like, I'm boiling. And hot, you know? Yeah. And I'm hot, right? But I don't really want to be, like, making out, like, with people, like, having hands all up on me and shit whenever I'm, like, sweating my ass off.
Yeah, to me, also, yeah, second winter, this is. I feel ridiculous in shorts every day. I just, it's so much. Mm-hmm. It's so much. And, like, yeah, I feel like, I had a thing about shorts that I feel like I really figured out, and then I forgot what I was going to say about shorts.
Dang, we'll have to come back to it.
Yeah.
Next episode.
Teaser. Hot takes on the shorts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, speaking of astrology, because, you know, we're always going to be mentioning that. Mm-hmm. So, Uranus in Gemini. Mm-hmm. I was going to find it.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Do you know anything about that? I feel like you take these classes every Monday about the sky. What's the sky doing? And how should I touch my body according to the sky? That's exactly how you would describe it, right?
Yeah.
So that's, like, I feel like that makes you an expert on something.
Oh my gosh, definitely not an expert. But I don't consider myself an astrologer. But I do take a class every week called Somatic Space with Renee Sills, Embodied Astrology. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Link below. We probably won't have this technology.
No, we can.
Link below.
You better make a note, though, because I'll forget.
Okay. Link.
But yeah, so Uranus was in Taurus for the past, I believe, 7 years. And so wherever Taurus is in your chart, that was like a huge kind of revamp moment for you.
I have no Taurus in me.
Everyone has Taurus in their chart.
I knew you were going to say that.
They do. So it depends on what house. What if I was like, actually, Taurus is in your... That'd be crazy. Oh my god.
And you knew that?
That'd be so lesbian.
Yeah.
No, but...
Why you have my chart on your arm like that?
So basically, Uranus is moving into Gemini. So now it's like whatever area in your chart Gemini is in, that is going to be a little bit more like activated. I believe Uranus is kind of a planet of like kind of disruption, like chaos, kind of feeling almost like
let's fight.
Not untethered, but like kind of I want to change shit up. Like I want to, I want to fight a little bit.
Yeah, let's fight.
Because whenever Renee was talking about like past, or wait, was it Renee? I think because I also listened to Channy's Week Ahead. And then I also started listening to Ghost of a Podcast, Jessica.
So Spirit was telling you.
Anyways, all of them combined, one of them.
Yeah.
Let me just add. I go through waves with astrology where like I listen to a lot of shit and I'm really into what's going on, and then other moments where I'm just let the stars take me.
Fuck the sky!
No, I'm gonna let them take me and just like I just trust that I'm in alignment.
Good, yeah.
But
intuitive.
The last time Uranus was in Gemini was like, I want to say World War II.
Yo, that was yesterday.
World War II. And then the time before that, it was the Civil War.
So like 2 generations.
So the U.S., whenever Uranus is in Gemini,
we fight.
Yeah. Big upheaval energy, big chaos, big... like just
I'm so scared.
Yeah, it's
of
like
their weapons though.
Yeah,
like the military has some crazy shit, and they don't even have to lift a gun. The more I see AI videos, I'm like, so cut, bro.
I mean, dude, you read Parable of the Talents?
Yeah.
Like shit.
Yeah.
It's scary.
But
like
there's still a chance to go somewhere else.
The other day, I was just like really scared because I saw this video on TikTok that was basically drawing the parallels between this new, like the big beautiful bill or whatever, like defunding.
The fact that they even called it that.
Defunding a lot of rural healthcare, and then but simultaneously putting money into these technology projects like the chip in the brain, the microchip in the brain shit, right? And then also basically drawing the parallel with like the immigrant detention centers, like basically concentration camps that they have going on in Florida right now, and how they're going to use all of these people for this experimental technology.
Dude.
As a sort of like a solution to them not having healthcare, like them not having any healthcare anymore, basically.
Well, because all these things it's the same trade-off. They take away all these things to make you want to join the military. Like, no one goes to the military thinking, like, yeah, this is a first-class choice.
Right.
Like, plan A. Like, no, like, your back is most often backed into a corner. Where's the security in that country offering little to no security?
Right. So, I will say, another thing I heard about this Uranus and Gemini situation...
Oh, that's where it all started.
...is that, yes, all this shit is happening. Yes, this is very fucking scary. Very fucking scary. And also, this is a moment where a lot of people can stop with are empowered to essentially dismantle their own delusion that they are somehow going to be saved from these injustices, that they are somehow like, that their privilege, their whiteness, their straightness, their cisness, whatever the fuck it is, that is somehow going to protect them through this fucking empire, because it's just not.
It's just, if you're poor or not them, it's done.
Literally.
It's done.
So that is the thing that I feel like I'm doing my best to continue returning to.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I hope that, you know, resources start getting shared in a different kind of way. I've already seen in the past 5 years since the pandemic started, like, more mutual aid projects popping up, you know, more herbalists and healers of different kinds, like, sharing in broader ways. And I just hope that this kind of gets even more of a fire under all of our asses.
We're at the end of the book, it feels like, of excuses. Like, seeing more, I don't know what they call on Facebook anymore, carousel posts of just, I saw one about liberalism and breaking down the etymology of this word, what it means now, what it started out to mean, and all those things. And I'm like, I remember how shattering it felt just to even, like, bring up, I'm not even trying to be a neoliberal anymore, like, in college. Like, when something that just seemed like, I just remember political terms felt so, like, hot to the touch in high school, especially in college. And over time, they just have kind of all kind of crunched together. It's just one giant glob of Play-Doh. I'm like, I'm hearing the same fucking thing. Because, like, why is it so much this micro moment of where the kids and the government is the adult, and we're arguing on behalf of the adult, but we don't even know the full picture. We just know that they have it out for us, and they want us to try to keep competing to be the favorite to get something, when ultimately it's like, bro, heavy is the crown, you're just gonna fall off, and anyway, type shit.
Yeah.
And there is no right answer to pick. There is no group to actually be with. There is no, it's just, do you care about people? And I know I'm preaching to the choir with anyone listening to this, but it's just wild to think that through a lot of conversations still yet, there's more traction still to be built towards that attitude of, well, the Democrats, and like, bro, two sides of the same coin. Like, when are just this selective remembering of what's actually honed in reality? You know, even like one of the quote unquote fucking forefathers was just like, don't ever do the bipartisan. Like, that's just a breeding ground for like bullshit. Bullshit. And yeah, the labels of it all, it's compounded on itself to a point of meaninglessness.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
at this point, yeah, anything that has felt, but it's just wild to think too that like everyone has their own version of the internet. Like, for what I see is definitely obviously not what my mom sees. And even today we were comparing TikTok For You pages. Like, it's different across the board. And like because it's also, it's not even just what they want you to see, but like how they want you to think. And what's gonna, if you're not someone who's really getting trigger pointed into like rage commenting or something, then they use other ways to, you know, still make their point or still have you feeling a type of way.
Dude, it was so wild because
such smart technology.
We were at a house sitting gig, and so I was using YouTube on their TV as a guest. And so I was on a guest account, not the people's account that we were house sitting for, but just a completely blank slate guest account. And I looked up SI yoga because I was looking up like yoga routine for my SI joint pain. But I just wrote SI yoga, and it opened up this whole thing of all of these videos of like these evangelical Christians being like, this is why you're possessed by the demons if you do yoga, and this is why no Christian should ever do yoga, and like just all this wild shit that I was just like, I would have had it's not even that I would have had no clue, but it would have never been in the forefront of my consciousness that this content, like this is someone's content. Right. That they consume on a regular basis. Why
it's the most, they don't even need to pick up a gun half the time, because again, it's just, what are you paying attention to? That's the highest currency. Exactly. And if I'm manipulating your consciousness to think and feel a certain way. Yeah. And I think that certain way that's my point I'm trying to make. It just looks different on people. Yeah. Just kind of tuning still like a guitar. It's still a guitar. It's still driving, you know, us versus them. Yeah. Growth for the sake of growth.
Exactly.
Like bullshit,
So, yeah, this is a great transit, too, I think, for people to dismantle that binary sort of thinking.
Yeah,
of like
get into the nuance.
And also
details.
To stop fighting over what the right thing is.
Because that's what the comment sections be all about. I like this color red. Oh, so you don't fucking like blue? Like, oh, that's not at all.
Because if we don't all realize that we're all like working together on the same team collectively, we're all in the sense of like people who live in the US that are not the billionaires, the few fucking billionaires that are running this country essentially. Yeah. If we don't realize that we're all on the same team, like then we're just gonna, and we keep fighting with each other about the best way to fight against these people instead of just like actually organizing and like using our power and like building these local forms of community support and etc. Like this plan is very, very, very powerful. Like what the billionaires are organized.
Capital P.
And this 250-year plan or whatever the fuck it was, like, it's strong.
I mean, that's why I'm trying to talk to strangers more. Like, you saw me wave to that baby I didn't know today. It's just little moments where...
You're good at that.
I'm usually best at it with babies. Like, people... Oh, my God, what are they going to say? But a baby is always down to say hello. Yeah. For the most part. But, yeah, especially in rural places. Everyone knows each other. Yeah. You kind of have to go out of your way to be like... What's up? So they're not in their, Facebook group later being like, who the fuck?
Yeah, literally.
Was that curly-headed bitch doing at the farmer's market buying my plums? Bro. And I don't know where they came from.
Literally.
Valid question, Barb. So, yeah, I'm Hobbs. Good to meet you. Here's $3.
Yeah.
So.
You're good at that.
Little things.
You're good at the connection.
But I love how there's like a little hot trend right now for like rejection therapy. Like asking for random shit from strangers and just see what happens. Yeah. Most often than not. I don't know if that's true. I just said that because it sounded good.
Well, I saw one of this.
But most often than not.
I saw one of this person who was like laying on a street corner on a yoga mat.
Laying on a street corner on a yoga mat?
Yeah, just like.
Just planking? Bringing that planking?
No. Well, I guess... planking, just laying in like shavasana, like laying on the ground.
Okay. We're in a shavasana.
Word. Excuse me. I'm getting over a sickness. I was a little sick. I had a cold. Maybe the flu. I don't know.
The flu.
I don't know what I had, but it was weird because I wasn't around anyone for an entire week except for this guy.
Well.
And then I got sick.
Well, to be fair, you were on the phone with a friend who was sick, so I do think it kissed me through the phone.
It's possible.
Exactly.
But between that and this guy's got a pinky toe injury, I'm hoping that...
You were just waiting to bring up the toe. I was like, what's his energy right now? He's waiting to talk about my toe.
Yeah,
y'all, listen, I had an issue.
Pinky.
I was walking around.
Making my way downtown.
And barefoot, and I think my little beach toes were used to something different.
Yeah,
because
sand.
as I was walking around, sand. I got this huge fucking blip. It's almost as though my pinky toe got a backpack, filled it up with a bunch of books, and was like, let's go, bitch. And I was like, it's kind of heavy down there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I take a look, and it's just this huge gaping blister. Mm-hmm. And I thought I was going to be a man. That's right. And get a needle and just pop it. But I waited too long. And there's like, how many layers go into making a blister? Let me tell you, at least 3.
Yeah.
Because I was digging instead of just stabbing. Because the idea of stabbing myself was like,
pain.
Should I say trigger warning? I don't know. But here we are. It was just way too intense. And I didn't want to ask Fritz to do it. And I didn't want to ask anyone else within 100 miles of us to do it.
100 miles?
So I was like, well, do it for Wakanda, or just like anything to try to get me to like amp up and just like do it, stab yourself or surprise yourself. Could not do it. So now it looks like my pinky toe has been mugged in an alley. Like they're gonna be okay, but they definitely look like shit.
It's really hard to pierce yourself.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say it's really hard to look at it. I was like, I could put on a sock.
No, I don't care. I don't mind at all. I'm used to weird toes, as you know. But
Justice
yeah,
for the
it's hard to give
toes.
yourself, as you know. I have struggles with giving myself my little T-shot.
Yeah, dude. And I'm wary of those Ozempic commercials. Anytime I see it, because they make you look at the whole stabbing the whole time, the injection. And I'm like, I have bubble guts now.
Yeah.
Thinking about it. I think it's just because my grandpa showed me his diabetes kit way too early in life. Way too early. But here we are.
Yeah.
Scared. Pinky toe gonna be okay. We got ointment.
It is. It's gonna be okay.
I'm gonna learn some Muay Thai this week, and I'll probably pop it when I do my first kick or something.
Your pinky toe, my cough, it's all gonna be gone by the next time we record. I'm manifesting it now.
Prayers up. Prayers up. Speaking of our next episode, QR in general. No issue right now. She's had a lot of talk about relationships, gay people, apes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. We need to take a minute and talk about, first of all, thank you for holding it down while I was on my little sabbatical. I truly did need a break from talking on this podcast.
That's so real.
And the break allowed for a lot of just me focusing on personal shit and finding that balance with Kazemi and everything. So yeah, I'm very grateful. And you did a whole season of
I had a great time.
Planet of the Apes.
I had a great time. I would go to my little Barnes & Noble date by myself, my little weekly date with me. And I'd just draw out my little plans. Because, like, watching a movie and discussing it in full bare bone detail is like I can't think of anything that actually makes me feel more alive, because there's just so many portals and facets of feeling more alive based off of what comes up, and movies are such a great starting point for commentary. I had such a good time, and just talking to yourself is kind of wild at first, but then over time I was like, well, I used to do this when I do this all the time in my head anyway, so it got more and more natural. But it definitely was an inner child like hangout sesh every time.
I love that. Did it open up any doors to conversations with people outside of the pod about Planet of the Apes?
Well, I'll say I know exactly which friends don't want to ever hear about Planet of the Apes.
Dang. Why was that your choice? Why did you choose Planet of the Apes?
Because it's a movie. Because it had a lot of time. There were at least 5 movies. I was like, that's a good amount of content for me to feel comfortable knowing that they really told a story. They weren't skimping. It's a 5-course meal. I love a perfect film, like a one perfect film. But a series, I was like, well, for my bingo board that year, I was like, I want to have my new favorite movie. And finding 5, I was like, I already knew I liked the original, but I remember stumbling on YouTube, like, there's 5 other ones. I had to find out. And what was your question?
Why did you choose that series to be the series that you talk about and recap on the podcast?
I don't think I knew it was coming, but it became very evident that this was a series that was dealing with grief on a collective level and also was exploring sci-fi through intention versus convenience in a way that intrigued me through like the implied time travel, it just wasn't very linear of a series, and just the humor, how it was just very delicately placed throughout.
Yeah.
And I just love theater kids so fucking much. And they were really giving it their all. And I feel like in a time where you just could end up watching sequel after sequel, and I kind of get turned off to black and white movies for some reason, but I need to like get over that. It just seemed like the perfect older movie that made me feel as though this could be made today the same way and would still be a hit. But look at how beautiful they made this shit in the 70s. Like, they were still, like, Hollywood is definitely a branch of government. And, like, as much as we think that our ideas about time and how it looks in front of us, like, it was definitely made by the TV. Like, when I think about time in my head, it does look different compared to, like, how it's depicted in some way, but ultimately, like, there are just so many little tips and tricks that they do to create our framework for all of our storytelling in our life. Yeah. It's just fascinating to think about which choices were made and which choices they just happened. And yeah, I just really fuck with it. And I love animals. And I love the idea of animals talking and talking shit to humans. And anytime I think about dogs now, or my relationship with animals has changed because of the movie. I'm not a vegetarian or vegan, but I do feel myself changing the way I talk to animals that I live with or animals that I come across, and like really reinvestigating, okay, if I don't talk to a human like this, even when I'm mad, I should never talk to a dog like this. And just the difference of that, because I feel like it's just a thing we kind of skate by a little too often for me. And I don't want to be a policeman about it, but it is something that I do take note of. I can definitely get the ick a lot faster based off of how somebody talks to animals or nature in general. And I feel like when somebody is using someone's name as a synonymous with no, it's a different energy.
It is.
And it's, again, just probably like a filter more than anything else.
I will say, after seeing the Planet of the Apes, I haven't seen all of them, but the ones I did watch with you, whenever I'm like, Millie, my cat, Millie, no. Like, it hits so different now, where I'm just like, like, I notice it, and I'm just like, wait a minute, what am I really trying to say here?
Right.
And then I, like, try to communicate it clearer to her, because
she's a little baby.
She needs to,
and
she deserves clear communication,
Absolutely. And, like, she knows, bro. Not anytime. I mean, when she be jumping up on the table, and I'm like, just letting her know, like, hey, bro, if you get up there again, I will grab the spray bottle. Like, I just really cannot have your paws up there. I don't feel like wiping it down again. You were just in the litter box. You, like, most often than not, she's like, all right.
Right.
But she's still like anyone, you know, she still wants to make chaos. She's got her rights.
She does.
So, yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. Because even right now, my parents got a puppy, and they just be yelling. And I'm like, bro, we know the dog isn't deaf. We know the dog can hear our thoughts. Like, their hearing is so good.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a bigger thing I can't ignore at this point.
Yeah. And
revolution.
Oh.
Yeah.
Revolution.
Yeah, the whole movie is like, let's get up and fucking fight. And how do we fight? Apes together. Strong.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Talk about Uranus and Gemini.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, it's a direct mirror to us.
Yeah. And let us not forget the Octavia Butler episode as well that you did.
Oh, yeah. I would love to do another one like that. Reading aloud is, like, definitely one of my top 5 favorite pastimes.
Yeah. If you don't want to commit to the Planet of the Apes, I would highly recommend the Octavia Butler episode because I love it when Hobbes reads to me. You're a great reader, great narrator.
I give him my all.
yeah, they're reading a book to me right now, and I'm fully engaged.
What do you think of it? Sky Full of Elephants
Sky
by
Full of
Sibo,
Elephants.
or maybe it's Sabo Campbell. Who's to say?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a very interesting take, like just hearing about, yeah, what would the world be like without white people, and like just all of the shit that comes with whiteness, like it's everything just seems so much more chill, and like there's just like a baseline level of trust that everyone has with each other that is just so refreshing, because everyone is just honoring each other's humanity. Yeah. Like, just truly, like, you're a human, I'm a human, let's meet each other there first.
Right.
And it's just so refreshing to, like, hear a book where that's possible.
Yeah, the book is a vacation.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of just, like, going somewhere where that is written as the norm. Like, in general. Because, like, most books are here. Yeah. Or even if they're not here, they're somewhere else where... urging? I almost said... rushing and the urgency of the moment is influencing the entire plot. Whereas this, there's some urgency, but not with everybody you come across. Like, they're at the airport and they're like, if you want to change your flights, we would say you're doing too much. Right. Like, just pick a flight, go on the flight.
Yeah.
Don't come back to the airport for 30 days.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Right.
So chill. Tickets are free.
Right. Like leaving your car for the next person, just shit that just makes sense, right? Like there's just so much in this version of a dream nightmare situation that we're living in. It's like there's just so much that I'm just like, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. So you're right about the book being a vacation in the sense where I'm just like, yeah, like of course, like we should understand that none of this shit is ours. Like none of this land is ours. None of these cars or these houses or any of this stuff is ours. So like, yeah, why not just take care of it while you have it? But yeah, then leave it for the next person who needs it, because you know there is someone else who needs it. Like actual resource sharing.
Like more than goodwill, you know?
Yeah.
There's more secondhand elements to giving that would be so different if it was the norm, if it was adopted, if we just were like, because even like there's a different like part of life you get to, even just from a place of you find people and become a person that has an open door policy. Like I know my life has changed greatly, just the road tripping and seeing like who has opened their door and how they open their door to you, and then how much easier it is to conceptualize, oh, of course I would open my door to them or someone that they know. Yeah. Just out of like, if a person needs a place to sleep for a night, that's really not too much to offer, ultimately. Yeah. And it just changes your world for like, what does it mean to have a home? What does it mean to like have space? What does it mean to invite new people into my life beyond me being on purpose about it? And then just kind of falling on your lap. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about it now that this is your third read?
Second read. I half listened to it the first time and then read the other half. So I'm really glad to have the opposite of that happening now, where I'll just get to read the whole thing, because it's very poetic. Like it's, I think prose it would qualify as. And having gone to New Orleans, if you read the book, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's just certain elements of what it means to go down south and further into the south and New Orleans specifically, and just how there's all these rumors that mirror a lot of like how a lot of the United States has an attitude towards the South right now, and how safe or not it is. That I'm glad I've gone to New Orleans one time and then another time after experiencing this book, because it just kind of highlighted for me something that was a feeling, but now I have words and more texture for, that this writer is just so good at having a headline and subtext for, because there's just a lot to this book where it feels as though there are so many questions thrown up and then they're just fucking answered. And to read it now, I feel like I'm digesting it a lot better, because I'm definitely a visual learner, not audio. So to see, because it's also got different perspectives, and I think that's like honestly my new obsession when it comes to media. Like, for any movies I'll be looking for or books, it's just give me more than one perspective, because that is a true story.
Yes.
I feel being told, and I think that's I'm hot for it. And with this one, reading it back, I'm like, I had no idea who the fuck this character was, or what they were talking about, or what was really going on. It just went way over my head. That this second time going through, I'm like, he thought of everything. He thought of everything, and he dealt with everything.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm excited for you to hear where and how it goes. And the whole book just kind of mirrored for me, like, in real time, a very spiritual experience. So I'm curious how that may or may not play out, perhaps again, on the second go.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. Fucking love that book.
Yeah, so... definitely probably some more book conversations
Books
for QR.
media
Conversations. If there's any piece of media that any of y'all listening want us to watch and recap or talk about, let us know.
Hell
We're
yeah.
open to any suggestions or curiosities.
Which, by the way, recommendation, it's going to ruin you, because it's the best lesbian movie, I feel, ever made. The Handmaiden. Okay, a dear friend told me about this movie, and I've watched it twice since. And it's worth 2 watches, because it's got con artist energy, it's got big lesbian energy, and it's a period piece in Japan. Like, it is... So subtitles, so you know, it's in different kinds of subtitles too. Different languages, Korean and Japanese.
Yes.
And it's just so quick, but also thorough, and so fucking beautiful. I love when you can feel a character's feelings. And like, this was like a first movie in a long time where I was like, I know.
Yeah.
I know she's down bad.
Did you already say The Handmaiden?
The Handmaiden.
Yeah, it's The Handmaiden.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely tons of plot twists. Like, I had no clue where it was going.
Yeah, I had to press pause, take a lap, because I was like, if it doesn't go the way I think I want it to go, I'm going to be heartbroken personally. You had to stand up and take a bow and applaud afterwards, because it's just a perfect piece of cinema.
Yeah, it was great.
From beginning to end.
But yeah, what else do you see for this new season of Queer Retrograde? Now that I'm back, we're back together, reunited, and it feels so good. Queer Retrograde is now officially a Kazemi Collective podcast.
Yes.
Also.
Our parent company. It's still us.
It's still us.
I'm my own boss.
Yeah, I could never see us giving up any kind of like creative control over
Fuck
this
no.
podcast.
For what? How many times can I say fuck?
Exactly.
Right.
But yeah, so Kazemi Collective, I know we've talked about it a little bit on the podcast in the past, but we hosted a bunch of retreats this spring, and it was awesome.
Doing it.
We are.
Okay. This pen is my new mic. We live the dream.
We do.
And now we just want to continue it. It's so cool that has shifted and become a thing. Like, before it was like, I can't wait, and I'm moving towards it, and I think I'm getting closer one day soon. But as soon as 3 strangers came into the house and stopped being polite and started getting real, I was like, this is my fucking dream in front of my fucking face. The real world Kazemi. In this dimension, one of the most sacred experiences. I was so glad today when I was reading my journal, or writing in it, I got to the page where I was circled back towards, because I read on one page, then I go through, then I go back on the other page and write through. I was back to the page where we hosted our first retreat with strangers. And I know I'm really happy when I don't like put much down, because I was just like, it was perfect. It was everything. There's no analyzation necessary. It hit every note. And everyone received tenfold anything we could have hoped to offer for what it was. And it was the fact that it was the genre of BIPOC land stewards. It was just that much more. I am so grateful to be like here with you resting and like being of service to that. It's like one of the most humbling things I think I've ever been a part of. Yeah. And the food, I mean, you were chefing it up.
So were you, bitch.
Bro, I saw you. Guys, it's nothing. I just made some focaccia. Just homemade hummus. Don't fuss over it. Just fruit salad. I'm like, bro, like, and there were other things too. Yeah. That was just what was offered when we first got it.
Yeah.
Like, for real. And
yeah, we went hard on the menu. The
Yeah.
food menu is like such a big component of Kazemi.
it has to be.
We were just
Has to
doing
be.
some recipe testing for the fall menu, so I'm excited
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
yeah, just grateful to have this platform of Queer Retrograde to continue talking about what we're doing with Kazemi, how that project is unfolding. And I'm sure we'll have a whole episode about Kazemi soon, too.
Oh, for sure, because she's growing.
She is.
We got fall menu or fall playbook coming up.
Yes.
Can get into more detail as to what the containers are going to look like, more themes.
Yes.
Things of that nature, and just, I'm so excited to just witness more folks making a choice to get closer to themselves. Like, that's one of the coolest fucking things ever.
It is.
Oh,
It is.
Kazemi.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, QR is a Kazemi collective pod, and yeah, anything else that you envision for this next season? Now that we're reunited and it feels so good.
Yeah, third time's the charm. I feel like the videos and memes that me and my friends share, the genre I've been really, really enjoying lately is the fun fact section. I love learning some new shit. Like, let me have some random shit to just have in my brain, because I'm also in this era where I'm trying to build more bridges towards people I wouldn't ordinarily build bridges towards. You know what I'm saying? And some of that is having some good questions ready. Not even about curiosity, just to be able to ask a question. Because I have to detach the curiosity part. Otherwise, I'll get frustrated. Because I'm like, where's your curiosity? Anyway. But just have questions to, see what's up in people's inner worlds. But fun facts are another great way to go there. And one that I learned recently, octopuses. I don't know if y'all knew this. Octopuses way down in the dirty deep where there's no light, which I would still... Do we know that? What's light down there? You know what I'm fucking saying? Anyway, these octopi hold their eggs, like a great bushel of eggs. And I saw a picture, and it was like about yay big. We're on YouTube now, so you could see what I'm saying when I said yay big. If you're about that. Anyway, hi YouTube. They guard the mom octopi hold this bushel of eggs for 4 motherfucking years. 4 years in a row of gestation, of just holding still and not eating.
Yeah.
That kind of rocks me in terms of time, space, commitment, and our impression, again, on animals. We're like, they can figure out how to get out of a jar. Isn't that neat? I'm like, this bitch knows how to not eat for 4 motherfucking years.
Yeah.
Just to have her egg come out with no cracks.
So, but wait, do other octopi go out and get food for this one and bring it back, maybe?
I didn't click on the article. All I know is they stand... I don't think so, because I feel like they stand still. They're not eating. That's the whole thing. They're not eating.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, imagine how time feels for them. Like, I look at a fly, and I'm like, you have 28 days. You have 28 days to live. What are you doing? Staring at me? Pushing your little hands together? Taking a shit on anything I've just cooked? Laying eggs in my dish? You got 28 days. And, like, me and you in this scrap in this room right now, me trying to hunt you down, like, maybe that was, like, a year for you.
Do you think that you've been a fly in a past life?
Absolutely. I think anything I feel real, like, devious,
Strong.
like, not hatred, but,
Just
like,
strongly.
strong feelings for, I'm like, bitch, that's a strong mirror.
Yeah.
I've definitely been a fly.
Yeah.
And I definitely got away with it.
Okay, well, I'll keep my eyes out for news.
Any kind of
facts, fun facts.
Fun facts are great.
Interesting things that might interest you.
Or crazy news articles.
Yeah.
Maybe nothing, like, it's unfortunate that floods happen, but I feel like we know kind of how that works. But
yeah, I'll keep an eye and an ear out for that. Yeah, anything else before we log off? I mean, the sun is setting, so we're running out of time.
We are. You guys, I just want you to know. I just want you to know before we go. I thought I was going to cliffhang.
You were.
But Fritz, tell them about the podcast you put me on to.
Okay, so Gabby Wendy, if you don't know who she is, I feel like I've mentioned this on here, but I don't know how
When?
because I don't know.
No.
Okay, so Gabby Windy, she's a former bachelorette, and she is gay, and she
Capital G.
was recently married to Robbie Hoffman, who's a really funny comedian, and is also featured in this this show I watched called Dying for Sex on Hulu. Pretty good.
I do need to
About
watch
grief. This person is like dying of cancer, and she's like basically reconnecting to herself through that experience. Really beautiful. Robbie's in that. Anyways, Gabby has a podcast. It's called Long Winded. It's really funny. And it's just, you know, it's a combination of like getting real into the deep and dark nitty gritty, you know, of who she is as a person and the macro of like what kind of world we're living in, while also just being live, laugh, love, you know?
And you know we're real about it because she didn't pay us to say this.
No.
Gabby's just cool as shit.
Yeah.
And we hope to meet you soon, Queen.
Mm-hmm. And I realized too, everything's connected. Because every time I see someone on the internet that I'm like, whoa, I have a crush on them, then somehow they're connected to someone else I've also had a crush on who's been on TV before.
You do have a crush network.
I have a crush network. It's the constellation. And, I don't know. Anyways.
We gotta get them all in the room.
We do. And sometimes they're straight. I'm putting air quotes, straight. And then later on,
sure enough,
they gay as hell, okay? Clocked. Chriselle Staus, clocked years prior, okay?
Yeah, you did. You did. I did not see that coming.
No,
I don't think Chriselle saw it coming. So.
Gabby Windy, clocked. Okay,
It's
I'm
the
just
girly
saying.
pop. It's the girly pops who are for the girls, actually. Because some girly pops are for the boys.
Because when I saw Gabby on The Bachelor, way before she was The Bachelorette, I was like, she is so fucking funny. She's gay.
Yeah. She has to be.
I'm attracted to her. I want to go out on a date with her. I want to hang out with her. Like, she's probably going to come out as queer.
Yeah. I do have an eye for this. You just know when you see it.
And these are just 2 examples, okay? There's more.
We'll have to get the list.
So if you're a straight woman about to go on reality TV, keep an eye out. Okay, because...
Keep an eye out for themselves. You might come out of the closet.
You might come out.
Honestly, fuck the closet.
Maybe I'm casting spells.
Please, dear God, keep the gay agenda alive and tell your gay friends about this gay-ass podcast. Bless, bless, bless.